Hello, I'm Julie Tucker. I'm the principal of Southside High School.
And I'm Kenny Clevenger, assistant principal at Southside High School. And this is our presentation of information we collected from teachers for our school climate survey for Southside High School.
So let me tell you just a little bit about Southside to have some background. We are a 5A school in Southside, Alabama. Student enrollment fluctuates, but approximately around 800 students. We have 54 faculty members. When we sent this survey out, we were a little worried. We didn't know how much response we would get, but we were happy to see that we had 27 teachers respond to our survey, and we felt like this really gave us a nice view of how our faculty truly feels regarding our school climate. As you can see up here, most of our teachers that answered this survey, their years of experience range from 5 to 29 years, and the majority of them have a master's degree. So that kind of gives you some background into the teachers that answered the questions on the survey.
In terms of approaching the data and the things that we were looking at, we developed our plan with school improvement in mind. As principal and assistant principal here at Southside, we sought to use the data that we've collected to help us plan our school improvement strategies for this coming year. In order to do that, and for this presentation, we've organized things using the 7 correlates of effective schools. So these various correlates are going to be the organizational patterns that you see as we move throughout the rest of the presentation.
The first correlate that you're going to see is our instructional leadership. As you can see on question 8, the survey asked the teachers if they felt that their administrators trusted their professional judgment. 85.2% of our teachers agreed or strongly agreed with this. However, if you will note, you can see that 11.1% of our teachers were not sure if their administrators trusted their professional judgment. So that definitely kind of was eye-opening in order to see that. Question 2 really focused on professional development and if teachers were involved in that. A majority of our teachers are pursuing professional development opportunities, but we do see that there's 14.8% of our teachers that are currently inactive, not enrolled. Now that could have something to do with the fact that it is summer break, but our system, we do offer professional development during the summer, so things are available to them. These 2 questions really showed us that there is a percentage of teachers that believe in a strong presence of instructional leadership here at Southside, and we know that a strong sense of instructional leadership really helps to build an effective school.
The second correlate we looked at was clear and focused mission. For clear and focused mission, we focused on question 5 and question 21. Question 5 spoke about student success in college. Specifically, when teachers were prompted that most students at our school would not be successful in a college or university setting, the majority of our faculty, as you can see, disagreed with this statement. However, a little more than a third of the faculty was unsure or actually agreed that we were not preparing students appropriately. So that's a little bit concerning. Then you look at question 21, and what that showed was that our faculty was sort of split into thirds again. The item stated, we are preparing students to become productive citizens, and 36% of respondents were unsure or disagreed with this statement. This shows that a significant portion of our faculty believes we're not accomplishing our mission to make students college and career ready, and we plan to focus on clarifying that mission this year.
All right, so safe and orderly environment based on our teachers and our students. So we organized this particular graph. We were able to look at several questions, and we grouped those questions by their theme into different categories of safety, trust, respect, and motivation. By looking at our chart here, we can see that the majority of our teachers, they feel safe and that our students are safe at this school, which was, we were very happy to see that because that is so important. But we also see that our teachers, they feel trusted, they feel respected, and they look forward to coming to work daily. And so that is also important just in the day-to-day grind that you get into with school days. So we were happy to see those results.
Now, what we also did is we took the questions that concerned bullying within the survey and we pulled those out. And so Safe and Orderly Environment has another slide here to look specifically at bullying here at our school. Question 7, as you can see right here, states, I've been able to deter bullying behavior among students. Now, overwhelmingly, our teachers believe that they are deterring bullying in their classrooms. However, when you look at question 15, it shows that our teachers are a bit confused. The question states, I address bullying behavior in my classroom or at the school at least once per month. 13 teachers disagreed here, 2 were unsure, 10 teachers agreed, and another 2 strongly agreed. The varied spread of answers here does not match the definite answer for question 7. So we can see that both positives and negatives accompany this data. It could be that teachers didn't understand the questions the way they were presented. But what we do know is that we need to look into this more, especially when it concerns bullying for our students here at our school.
All right, a climate of high expectations. Question 5, it asked the teachers if they agreed or if they disagreed that students would not be successful at a community college. It was surprising to see that a combined 22.1% agreed or were not sure that our students would not be successful at a community college. Question 10 asked the teachers if they believe that students are capable of high achievement on standardized tests. An overwhelming percentage of our teachers, they believe that our students are capable of high achievement. The same response is seen in questions 16 and 20. Large percent, 96.3% of teachers agree or strongly agree that teachers at Southside, they care whether or not our students are successful. 92.5% of teachers, they work to support a supportive climate for students. So it was safe to say that our teachers at Southside, they believe in a climate of high expectations. However, it is important that we put our beliefs into action.
Absolutely, and so that leads us to frequent monitoring of student progress. In terms of frequent monitoring, we looked at 3 specific questions, again 10 and 25 and 16. So overwhelmingly, our teachers agree that students at this school are capable of high achievement on standardized exams, as Ms. Tucker just mentioned. This suggests that our teachers are pleased with student progress that they monitor. However, our teachers were either unsure or they disagreed with question 16 over there. So question 16 said teachers at this school care whether or not students are successful. This is very concerning because it does not match with the other answer. Teachers must care if they're monitoring frequently, and this deserves more attention. Then when you look at question 25, similarly, the responses are a little bit confusing. 59.2% of our faculty either disagreed or strongly disagreed with the statement, racial barriers to educational and economic opportunity no longer exist in the U.S. This suggests that the majority of our teachers are not in touch with the real-world issues our minority students face. These discrepancies also speak to our students' opportunity to learn, which Mrs. Tucker is going to explain more fully now.
Right, opportunity to learn and student time on task. Teachers at this school believe that a little over half, 66.7% of students are motivated to learn. This is addressed in question 12. In question 15, 48.1% of teachers expressed that bullying was not an issue in their classroom. Now earlier, Mr. Clevenger, he discussed the discrepancies that were indicated within this question. And so we know that there are some areas to explore there that could be potentially hindering students from a fair opportunity to learn in their classroom. Question 18 was very revealing. 25.9% of teachers agree that teachers are not fair to some students at this school. And that would directly relate to a student's opportunity to learn. 37% of our teachers agree that students will be successful in this school because of their race. This was based off of question 19 there. You can see those are indicated by the blue. And then we also have question 23, which draws the attention to the idea that students will have a difficulty with core academic subjects regardless of the strength in instruction. 11.1% of our teachers agree with this statement, and 11.1% of teachers are not sure. So we definitely see there's some areas that deal with opportunity to learn and student time on task.
So where does this leave us? We've come up with a few conclusions based upon this data. And those conclusions have led us to our goals for school improvement this year at our school. The first of the 7 correlates that we're going to focus on is clear and focused mission. We feel that our teachers need to have a better understanding of our students and our school's mission if we're going to be successful this year. Secondly, we're going to look at opportunity to learn and student time on task. For us, it's important that our teachers and our students know that we value their time and their effort. And so we will therefore be focusing on a commitment to dedicated learning time during our school day. Finally, we're going to be looking at the climate of high expectations. In fact, we plan to cultivate a climate of high expectations at our school. Our teachers have heard us both say on multiple occasions that our students will rise to our expectations. And that's more than just our mantra. It is our focus, it is our determination. If we're going to make Southside High School better than it's ever been, we're going to have to focus on high expectations for all of our stakeholders. And this concludes our presentation.